Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. It's been a while. Caught COVID there for a little bit, and then had to catch up with work after that. So it's been a week and a half, maybe closer to 2 weeks since I posted my last video. But we're gonna be doing some we're gonna be catching up now, I guess. So Psychic Cup is the cup that we're in right now. You can also play Master League, which I might end up playing, but to be honest with you, I didn't play at all during that last week and a half or 2 weeks, so I'm very behind on just getting in a number of games. So the good thing about this is that Psychic Cup is really quick games. I mean, it's a lot of the same mon are being used in every single team, so you know how to play out all scenarios after you play maybe a day's worth of games. So we're going to show you the games that I've been playing and the team I've been using, which is obviously really quick. I think something to note here on Psychic Cup is that a lot of the teams are really fast to get to your charge attacks, and then really hard-hitting charge attacks like V-Create on Victini, and or very high damage fast attack moves that are super effective against psychic types. So those are the things to really be on the lookout in this cup. So we're going to go ahead and show our team here. Our team is actually more of that first type of team, really quick to get to the charged attacks, and then hitting very hard with the charge attacks. So we are a little susceptible to things that do have let's say high damage ghost or dark type fast attacks. So we're gonna go ahead and get into it, but if you haven't, definitely hit the subscribe button. Let's go ahead and you know what I should have done? Open up the video here. So 1 second. All right, and the team is going to be Victini in the front with Galarian Rapidash as the safe swap, which is basically the safest swap in the league, and not even close. It just gets to body slam so fast. The only thing is, it is very frail, but a lot of things in this cup are very frail, so it's fine. You're going to be using shields, then use them. And then our last mon is Claydol, just in case they come in with the Raichu or the Victini in the back, which I've actually seen a little bit more Raichu than I would have thought. A Alolan Raichu, that is. So let's get into it. Going to be a longer one because I just want to show this team off. First thing you'll notice is I only have one move on Victini. Now, if you do decide to get a second move, I think Overheat is very good, especially in the Victini mirror. But honestly, for me, V-Create is just fine in the mirror as well. You can actually throw, obviously you can throw two before they can throw a second, even a second move of V-Create after an over, whatever. All right, in this game, you see we have a huge amount of energy here on the Rapidash. I actually personally really love Mega Horn. I have seen a few high horsepowers, which is also very good. And I saw one Wild Charge, which I think is not good at all. So you can run into like Claydol and then not really have any moves for it. I mean, I guess you can just throw Body Slam into it if you want, but I don't know. I like Mega Horn. It's going to be hitting everything in this cup for at the very least neutral because it is Psychic Cup. And some things it's just super effective against. And again, since everything's frail in this cup, it just booms them basically. I decide here I have to go for a bait. They do have a little bit of energy advantage because of the shield advantage. And then I just want to throw any energy here. I do throw on CMP here against their Shadow Ball. Hopefully this gets it into Victini range. It's actually not going to be farm down range, so at the end of the game, at the end of the day, I'm going to have to just beat it to V-Create, which I would love to be 4 away, which would be perfect. 5 away is a little risky, but they do not get to their next move. They did have to throw 2 Shadow Balls anyways, so a lot of their energy tied up in the Claydol mirror match there. You end up in that mirror match quite a lot, and a lot of it has to do with baiting with the and whether or not you get attack drops or anything. Here, the speed of the 50-second shot clock here, or timer, is really, really interesting in this cup because you get to your moves so fast here on Galarian Rapidash that If they end up staying in, you can throw a move before they throw a move, and then they're going to want to throw a move anyways because they stayed in, and then it's whether or not they stay in after that. Now, the defense does get lowered there because of the V create, which makes it to where Body Slam, even though it has been nerfed this season a little bit, is able to just blow it up. So Gardevoir, something I've seen a lot of in this cup. Basically just trying to get through things with the charm damage, have a shield up. But the thing is, Victini's very good against that, being that fire type. Now, Triple Axle does give it the attack increase. So if you are going to use Gardevoir, I definitely recommend using Triple Axle. Obviously, and it is super effective against Claydol as well. So not only just doing that. Magmar is a really good mon for this cup. The only thing that's a little awkward is that Psy Wave here is going to be resisted by every single thing in this cup, and some things it's double, triple resisted. So it is awkward, but it's still, you get to foul play very fast. You have that dark typing, which means that you actually do resist psychic, which a lot of things in this cup do not do. Shadow Ball is not hitting this for super effective either, going to be neutral. And yeah, Malamar is another big mon in this cup. But it's really like 5 or 6 mon deep. I mean, there are some like off mon. I like Slowbro or Galarian's. Is it Galarian? I think whatever the poison Slowbro is, that's really cool. Slow King's also cool. They both have, I think they both have access to Surf, which is interesting. Going to be good, super effective against Victini. Going to be super effective against Claydol. Yeah. Again, Rapidash, even though Rapidash is actually really good against a lot of weird things too. Bronzong is another big mon here. And, oh, speaking of Bronzong, it has Bite, I believe. I don't remember. It's either, I think it might be Feint Attack, actually. Although this one looks like it has Fairy Wind, which I didn't know it had. But most of them are running, I believe, Feint Attack, which is going to be super effective against all the Psychic types. But since Galarian Rapidash has that Fairy type as a subtyping, it is actually only taking neutral. So you're not too afraid of Dark attacks there on the Galarian Rapidash, which is very cool in this type of cup that a lot of people are going like Dark Pulse, Feint Attack, Foul Play, you know, to try to hit the Psychics for super effective, which makes a lot of sense. Probably going to shield since I have a lot of energy here. Also, we have that Mud Slap going through. Another thing to say was Claydol was used last time this cup came around, but the Mud Slap getting a buff makes it even better. So, yeah, Claydol getting a lot of usage in this cup. Hoopa is something I've seen a little bit of, as well as, I forget the name of the cat. I think it's Meowsick. Something like that. This also Behemoth. I don't know the name. I don't know how to pronounce this name, but this thing's also been used a lot. I believe it has Astonish here, which is going to be super effective. Not as, is it Astonish the ghost type move? I believe so, actually. All right, sometimes I just go for the Mega Horn. Actually, double super effective against Malamar. Doesn't need to be double, but it definitely one-shots it. I decided to just go for the damage here since I already have a shield lead, and I can definitely use that shield advantage with a little bit of health loss. Like, they know I'm throwing the Body Slam, so they don't have to really protect against it. But I'm going to go for that health downing so that I can get the, well, I end up getting the second move anyways. But the whole point is to allow Claydol to do massive fast attack pressure. But they ended up taking it anyways, and now I have just a lead on whatever's here in the back. Oh, it was the Behemoth. Behem? I guess it's Behem, yeah. This thing has Dark Pulse. This is actually a really good mon. The thing is, it is kind of frail. It's going to be getting, like, one-shot by a lot of charge attacks. But when you have shield advantage, it actually just gets to those Dark Pulses super fast. It's already got a really good fast attack to deal with Psychic types, so I can see it being really good. The only thing is it's very frail. And while there are a lot of frail things in this cup, it's not as fast as like Galarian Rapidash, so not going to pressure as much, which all that means is it's going to take more shields to hold it together. Yeah, Victini comes in, and I usually just go, well, I usually go for the Mega Horn here. It is neutral because Fire type does resist the Bug typing, but I guess I decided to end up going for the secondary, the Mega Horn on the second half, hoping that they don't think I have it, I guess. But I could have high horsepower, so I don't know. I end up taking it out anyways here. One Body Slam, one Mega Horn. Something to keep in mind. Also very similar for like Claydol, Bronzong, they're basically all going to get two-shot by those. Actually, Bronzong does live with a little bit of HP, but you can switch over to something for the fast attack. And when I say something, I mean Claydol. For the fast attack to take that out, and you're not really risking too much there. We'll take the Scorching Sands here. Rapidash already doing a lot. Hopefully you guys do have Galarian Rapidashes. I mean, we just had Community Day. I know I didn't personally play in it, but just way too much work. But definitely very good in this cup. I personally think it's the best mon in this cup. It's just so fast to get to its moves and has the one-shot capability. But I also really love Victini. The last time it was around, or the last time this cup was around, I definitely used Victini in every team. I used a little, I guess I didn't really use Malamar last time around, and I don't foresee myself using it much this time around, even though I do think it is really good. I just don't know how to fit it into some of my teams. Maybe you guys can let me know what really pairs well with Malamar. I feel like maybe something like Bronzong, maybe? I don't know. Alright, Bronzong here in the front. They end up switching, which is interesting. It makes me think that they... I don't know, it makes me think they have maybe Fairy Wind. They are able to outpace me here, so they're kind of doing what we did to the last one. But I'm going to go for a V-Create and then switch into my own. If they shield, we'll have a shield advantage. If they don't shield, we'll have a an HP advantage. I decide to shield this. They could be at Mega Horn, and if they do go Mega Horn, I'm going to in-kind do the right amount of farming here, and I probably should go Mega Horn myself. I already have that shield advantage, so now we're at shield parity, but I have a huge energy advantage. End up getting the KO here. They can come back in with the Bronzong if they want. Probably just have to go for Mega Horn. It does look like they do have the Fairy Wind. Was it Fairy Wind? I feel like I never noticed this the first, or in my actual playthrough, because I feel like Bronzong almost always has the feint attack. End up trying to snipe it down with my own Claydol, but they end up coming with their own. We have a huge energy advantage, which means they probably will end up baiting here to catch up. But I don't know. I can't really risk too much here. Claydol does a lot to the Maimon in the back, so I'm going to go ahead and shield, and I believe this was a bait. Yeah, and then they're probably just going to go for the Scorching Sands again, but we win CMP, which is really nice. I didn't make a new Claydol for this season, even though Claydol is better now. I just have the one that I always had, so if I wish to guess, it's not very good. I guess I could look up the IV. No, I don't want to. It's going to take too much. All right, this probably KOs. A lot of these running Heavy Slam makes a lot of sense. There are a few... fairy types in the meta, so yeah, and Payback's another good one for them. I did see, I believe, one Bronzong that was using, I believe it's Psybeam, or Psywave, I can't remember, but yeah. Alright, Bruxish is tough for us. They have Bite, which is super effective against Victini. They have Aqua Tail, which is going to be super effective against Victini and Claydol. But you can actually do a lot of damage with the V-Create. It gets it down with the quick attacks to about 30 to... It's somewhere between 30 and 35%. Closer to the 30 end, which is nice. And end up getting it low here. They end up going for the Crunch. That's nice. I think I can go for the farm down here. So now I have a huge energy advantage on Rapidash. This is where you love to be. They end up coming with a Gardevoir. I see the typings in the top right-hand corner, but it could be Rapidash or Gardevoir. Not really too sure. Want to wait the clock out a little bit. But again, with the 50-second switch timer, you don't actually have to do much here. And I'm very low on HP, so I just go for the V-Create right away. They end up catching here on the Hypno, which is weird. Unfortunately, I would farm up to something because it is using Psychic, but I'm not able to actually farm up because I take that 2 times defense drop there. So I end up going with the shield here, and I remember they end up baiting with Thunder Punch. Woe is me. And then I think they end up Shadow Balling me, but I think I already decided I have to farm them all the way down and throw a Shadow Ball into that Gardevoir. I don't believe they're out of move, and I'm pretty sure I don't win CMP, but I'm pretty sure they're not out of move. They weren't in there for very long. Probably for 4 charms, if I remember right. Maybe 5. Alright, Bronzong Lee, they actually end up switching into Malamar. Great for me. I'll just go for the V-Create and then switch into Galarian Rapidash. It can handle a Foul Play, so it does live a Foul Play. They end up shielding those, so most of the time here I'll end up going for a Mega Horn. You could shield this if you want to maintain a little bit of HP, but we do know there's a Bronzong in the back, so I'm probably just going to go for the Mega Horn straight up here. You're barely beating it to that next move because it did gain all that energy in the Victini matchup, but you definitely still outpace. Not going to be able to do much here. I really want to go for a Mega Horn, and I just get too greedy. I could do some damage there. And then I decided it has a little bit too much energy, so I'm not going to come in with my own Victini. I'm going to go for the Shadow Ball here since I do have the energy advantage, or the shield advantage, I should say, and go for that last shield. Ends up they don't end up shielding. And then I'm just going to probably end up shielding this first move, go for a Scorching Sands, or maybe even double shield and go for full fast attack down. Even though they're dealing super effective to me, that's non-stab, and we have stab much slap, which is super effective to them, but with a 20% increased damage with the stab. Same type attack bonus, so we're not even going to have to go for that last shield. Nice. Galarian Rapidash and a Victini. You have a little bit of an edge here on Victini, especially if they throw right away like this. You know it's always going to be a Body Slam. Body Slam was nerfed technically, so I know it's not going to do very much. I end up throwing right away. Technically, I do resist the Fairy, what is it called? Fairy Wind. So yeah, they end up coming in with Malamar here. I already have a huge shield. I already have a shield advantage, I should say. So I'm gonna go for the big move here and try to create this huge parity. And yeah, we end up getting the one shot here because they probably don't want to use another shield. End up coming in with Bruxish. I'm probably just gonna go for the Mega Horn again. Again, this is gonna be super effective. Probably gonna one shot if it goes through. It's definitely gonna one shot. I don't know why I said probably. Then I'm gonna try to go for the Mega Horn again, but I learned from my past mistakes, and I'm gonna go for the damage that I can get in while I can. And I'll probably bring in Claydol, farm this down, shield once, hopefully. Only have to shield once. They end up throwing here on bad timing. As a one-turn move user... Oh, they have Psychic Fangs. I did forget about that. But that's fine. I'm going to let Victini take the hit here. They actually end up having Wild Charge, which is wild in itself. I'm going to shield this... I don't know why I shield this, to be honest, because they showed the Wild Charge. But anyways, I'll be able to farm this all the way down and then get to a Shadow Ball. Shouldn't have shielded that, though, to be honest. Although they weren't really at a move on the Bruxish, which maybe is why I did it. I guess I have two shields anyways, right? Alright, Malamar here, same deal here. We got the shield from the V-Create. Now, if they don't switch out right away, we can just build. Because if they do try to come into a switch like this, we have huge energy advantage. It's crazy. This doesn't one-shot, but it gets it low enough to Fairy Wind down. But you are going to have to take a hit, so I decided to shield here because I'm going to get a massive energy advantage, and I don't want to go down too low on HP. They end up coming with a Claydol. I go for good timing here. I could have thrown on 2. It would have been fine, but throwing on 4 is better timing. And then I decided to just switch into my own Claydol. Technically, you live a Shadow Ball, so my whole point was I'm just going to get my guy out of there, give myself a little bit of chance later to maybe farm down this Malamar. 2 foul plays is what it takes to KO the Claydol. I'm going to go for the Shadow Ball here. Now, again, this is neutral against the Malamar, so it is going to KO from here still. Obviously, it is a decent amount of damage, but I'm going to try to get as much energy as I can so I can go for the Shadow Ball against their own Claydol, against the mirror match, I should say. And then now it's a weird situation where I'm probably going to come in with Rapidash. Oh, I come in just for them to throw energy here, I guess. Make sure they're out of energy and then take them down with a Mega Horn, and we have a little bit of energy. Oh, smart. Because I don't think one V-Create would have KO'd from here. That is so smart from the past Vergyverg there. Alright, take it out. Take the win. Alright, Bruxish. Again, I like to just eat a lot of this matchup, go for the V-Create, and then switch into Galarian Rapidash. Try to get a shield advantage or an HP advantage. I end up getting that HP advantage. I'm totally fine with that. Again, they can have Crunch or Aqua Tail here. They end up not throwing before me, so I'm like, okay, I'll take a shield here because they probably don't want to waste all that energy. They end up switching, but that's fine. It's in a Jirachi, which is okay for me. Jirachi does have Confusion as its fast attack, so it is resisted. But we're a very frail Mon, so they're going to get to another one here. But we do get to a second Mega Horn, which is fantastic for us. I'll probably... Oh, we end up taking it out. I was like, I'd probably come in with Victini here because it doesn't take as much damage from the Jirachi, and then go all in on Claydol. But I probably come in with Victini against everything here anyways. They end up coming with Chimecho, which actually has I guess it has Astonish as well. So a ghost type fast attack that does a pretty good amount of damage. So, and it's going to be super effective or neutral against basically everything in this cup. Mostly super effective though. So very good for the fast attack. Does seem frail. I personally never used one before, although I have a feeling it's an XL for some reason. So maybe it's not frail. I don't know. So let me know in the comments below. I obviously don't really use. I've never used that one, I think. So Claydol coming in here. I'm going to go for the neutral move. It does do a lot of damage. They do end up going for the shield. And then I decide, you know what, I'd probably get to the next one in 4 anyways, which is going to be perfect timing for me. Yeah, they might get a farm down here. And then they end up coming in with their own Galarian Rapidash, but I have a huge energy advantage. Hopefully they can't farm me down, so they're going to have to throw... Yeah, they're going to have to throw some amount of energy into us. And they can't farm too much because we can get to our own body slams. So this ends up taking us out. I'll probably farm this down with Victini just to get close to that V create. I think I'll only get 4 here. This is only a body slam. Plus we live a Mega Horn. Okay, it is a Mega Horn, but we live, so... I just go for the V create here to get a little bit more of an advantage. If they do end up shielding this, I can go straight for the Shadow Ball on my own Claydol. If they don't, I can probably just go for the Scorching Sands. Now, this is a weird neutral matchup. They can go for Triple Axle, which is going to get them that attack boost 100%. We can go for Scorching Sand, which is a 50% chance to lower their attack. We do end up lowering it. Since we lowered it, I probably win this matchup in the ones, just farming down. Even though they regained it because we've already done that little bit of extra damage. And now I'm just going to be able to go for the Scorching Sands against their own Claydol, against the mirror match. And this should be enough. Yeah. Scorching Sands, pretty good move. Malamar, again, we outpace it. So I throw to the V-Create here. You outpace it just by 1 turn, so not too fast, or not too big of an outpace. And then I switch into my Galarian Rapidash because 1's not bad, although we already have a shield advantage. So I'm willing to throw the shield here. Get a huge energy advantage for whatever's coming in against me. Ends up being a Bronzong, which this one has Fairy Wind also. Okay, maybe most of them are using Fairy Wind, and I just really didn't notice. But I feel like I noticed that I don't know. Fairy Wind lets them get to their moves very quickly, so again, it's very good in this type of meta where it's going to be a lot of fast attacks flying. I decided 1 Body Slam was going to be enough here, and I actually think it's not. Although I think, did I Fairy Wind this down? These games are compiled over several days. I will tell you that much. It's the only team I've been using, and I think I've been playing this cup for 2 days. We one-shot the Raichu, which is nice. And then I just come into this because it's full HP. I didn't see what they were even switching into, and then I can go for Scorching Sands, maybe lower that attack. I'm never even baiting here because they're already kind of low, right? Just taking the Mud Slap damage. So... yeah, might get the attack drop, might not, but they're so low HP now. I could even... Maybe this is where I was thinking I came in with the Victini just to eat some of this damage, and then I can come in with the Galarian afterwards. No, we're so close to a move. I had a huge energy advantage on this Galarian Rapidash, and this is the whole reason why it's such a good safe swap, because if you gain some sort of advantage with the V-Create here... I think I didn't know the timings of this either. Oh. I have... feeling that they get to the oh, maybe not. Again, against the Watermon, I just go for it anyways. Who cares? I probably have to shield this. It's going to take too much damage. But we have a huge energy advantage, but they have a shield advantage, so something to really think about. We don't get the Scald debuff, which is nice. They end up having a Metagross, which is weird. I think this is the only one I saw, but it does obviously like hard counter the Rapidash. I do go for as much damage as I can get off here. They do shield the Mega Horn, which is fantastic on their part. I come in with the Victini because if they don't throw the Earthquake, I resist Meteor Mash. So I figured I can just go for 1 V-Create against this thing, hopefully get an advantage, hopefully KO it, to be honest. I think they end up shielding. So then I switch, have to farm down, but I'll probably end up having to shield this. But I have a little bit of an energy advantage now going into whatever this next matchup is. And if they let me farm this down, then I have a huge advantage. But it's a Rangaroo. And this matchup's weird because I can't really throw the Shadow Ball. I haven't seen this. I think this is the only time I saw a Rangaroo. But I can't throw the Shadow Ball because it is a normal typing. So overall, it resists 1 times. They go for the Trailblaze. They do get the attack buff. But I did get the debuff before, but we're running out of resources here. They still have Slowbro, but it is very low, I think. Or I think it's like 30%. Ooh, it's like closer to 40%. They try to go for the catch, and that ends up losing them the game. So they lost count, and we'll take advantage of that. All right, Rapidash, that's fine. Hoopa is a weird one for us to try to take on. Because Galarian Rapidash is very bad against Hoopa. I actually ended up switching before. Does Hoopa have Mud Slap? That's what it looked like to me. Alright, they bring back in the Rapidash. Anyways, what I was saying is Rapidash is so bad against Hoopa because it does have the Ghost typing, which means it double resists Body Slam, which means you can't like try to chunk it down with Body Slam. That's probably one of the reasons people are using Hoopa. Plus, it looks like it has Mud Slap. I'm not too sure on its moveset. I feel like I saw super effective though against Claydol, so maybe not. I'm not too sure. It could be Astonished for all I know. Come in with the Victini just to eat this this energy and get KO'd. And then I'm all in on my own, which is nice. I have a shield advantage. It is Claydol at the end of the day. I'm probably just going to go straight Mega Horn. Looks like we ended up going for CMP here. Not the greatest. They definitely only have to go for Scorching Sand, which sucks for me, but it's fine. We do have to make sure they don't catch, so just throw on good timing here. I do go good timing, which actually gives me a little bit more energy to throw, hopefully, a Body Slam, which should be enough against their own, against the mirror matchup here. And they can't farm me down, which is nice. I decide Body Slam might not be enough, and I have infinite time here because of my shield advantage that I can go for the Mega Horn, which is going to 100% KO. Also neutral against Rapidash, but Rapidash is so squish that it one-shots anyways. Or, it doesn't one-shot, it brings it down to like 5% HP. Probably even less, like 3%. All right, got the advantage. Now we can give that advantage back for an energy. Give the shield advantage back for an energy advantage on Rapidash. They end up coming with their own Rapidash. Well, look at me. I've got a huge advantage. So if they try to go for the Mega Horn, I can just go up to my Mega Horn. If they throw the Body Slam, great for me. I'll go for even more energy. Ends up one-shotting this guy. Maybe it's a IV thing. Or maybe I threw the other one at full HP, whereas this one I threw a few. This doesn't KO, though, actually. Foul Play definitely doesn't KO here. Oh, okay. One turn fast attacks for the win, I guess. I do get the V-Create off here. Now it's a question of whether or not they want to shield. Okay, they let it go. Great. It's a Watermon. It's Bruxish. But I'm just going to go straight Scorching Sand. I should be able to outpace it because Bite is a terrible energy generation move. It's more for fast move pressure. The only thing I have to really worry about is I could let it go, actually. Okay, yeah, I like that because it could be Psychic Fangs. And then I can just go for... Well, I end up not really getting much here. But I have so much HP here on the Victini that I was like, it could have Psychic Fangs. I don't want to get baited. Because then they could end up farming me down if I end up shielding. And then I always have Victini at the 65% HP here. I'm always going to make it to a move, even though it is doing super effective to me if I have that shield advantage. They're not going to throw that Aqua Tail at us, basically. Victini versus Victini. So I think this guy went for... Okay, I end up going for this... Do I throw back to back or do I switch? Oh, I switch into Claydol. I do get the free Mud Slap in. We're definitely going to live a V-Create. Does about 45%, which is nice. I have a little bit of energy lead here, so I could decide to go for the Shadow Ball. I actually probably would have made it to the Shadow Ball, but I like going for this move here. They're probably going to shield either way. Have the chance to get the attack drop. Now, we do have a shield advantage, and I probably should bring in Galarian Rapidash, although we have a lot of energy already on Victini, so maybe I can force another shield. Should have... Well, I think I should have thrown earlier, but that's fine. I'll probably end up going up to 2 here and then throwing... I end up going 1 over 2 just to try to outpace the other Victini in a later game situation, hopefully. So I'm just going to throw this right away. Ends up being Slowbro. This sucks. Because they have that poison typing, which means they're going to be resisting They do end up coming back in with Victini here. They should have just probably stayed in. I'm going to farm this down, get a huge energy advantage. And then probably throw some Mega Horns into this guy. It is neutral. I believe the poison type is resistant to the... it does resist bug. So yeah, it is neutral. And we've... Did we win this? Victini? Okay, body slam. I was like, we did have that one extra on Victini. I do remember, so we're only 4 away. I think Victini would have lived. I think I would have made it to the V crate anyways. So, Malamar lead, you guys know how it is. And this is why I wanted to show you a ton of battles today, just because if you're going to run just one team through all of Psychic Cup, this is definitely the team. So you might as well see all the battles play out over and over and over. Get used to it, and then really push here in Psychic Cup. So, I am rank 19 right now, I believe. Like I said, I really haven't played enough battles because I had to take a week and a half. I mean, basically 11 days off. So, yeah, I haven't played all my battles. End up getting slaughtered there, which is not nice. Probably going to have to end up shielding them. Okay, we might be going all in on Victini here. Although Brutal Swing, not very good. It is... I probably will shield this next one, though, right? Really all in on Victini. I'll probably throw Scorching Sands right away then. Don't want it to have a chance to get to the next one. Definitely not up on the poison jab counts with Brutal Swing. So they end up coming with Malamar. I decide I can get to Scorching Sands. Then I just decide that I can't get to it. Oh, there's no way I win this game. Oh, unless Psywave doesn't KO me. Oh, I have a shield. Oh, wait, I have a shield. Oh, I remember this game. They could have won if they just fast attacked down, but then they decided to throw a move, which allowed me to basically get an extra Mud Slap in, and then I end up winning on 1 HP in a dream. So, yeah, you need to look at your win cons. I mean, this guy had a chance to win this game. So, all right, Behem, again in the lead. Again, we go V-Create and then switch. Oh, I throw in good timing. I was like, what am I doing? I go to 7 because they're using a 3-turn move. We're using a 2-turn move. Means I can go to 7, which is 14, which is going to be under 15 for them. So they end up not throwing right away. So I decide to, 1, elongate the timer, switch timer on our side. And then 2, we actually end up getting that shield, which is nice. They do have to throw. I guess we would let this go because I have such a huge advantage. I guess I have to come in Claydol, I would assume. I'm going to take too much damage on Victini. Probably going to have to shield this at least once. I could even shield twice if I think I can go for this mass farm down. I probably will shield twice, to be honest. Oh, we got it down. Okay. They end up coming with their own Claydol. So again, 1 Shadow Ball, not enough. We have a shield. Was this CMP on a Scorching Sand? Scorching Sand might be enough from here, though, to be honest. Probably have to shield. I basically have another move. I could farm down from here. Oh my god, they end up having Rock Tomb. Okay, so our attacks dropped. So they probably end up living this. I switched because our attacks dropped. End up getting the V-Crate. Should have thrown it. Although, if this is in farm down range before they get to another Surf, then it's fine. I think they would have actually gotten to the Surf right then, and then we get Scorching Sand to get him down. That was dumb. Although maybe they would have farmed down Victini and then KO'd me. Actually, I feel like they would have. Seeing Gardevoir in the front's amazing for us. They end up coming to Claydol. Yeah, I'm just going to throw this. I'm probably coming to Galarian Rapidash. Oh. I didn't think they were going to shield, to be honest. I guess if they don't shield, you have to come in with your own Claydol. They have a huge energy advantage. I'm going to hopefully try to gain a lot of that energy back with this shield. They end up baiting. Nice. Still, I'll go for the Shadow Ball. This basically KOs. I probably won't shield the next move, which means it probably will be Shadow Ball as well from them. You saw my eye roll there. Well, we're going to live. Oh, it ends up being another Scorching Sands. Weird. We'll probably get to a Scorching Sands against the Gardevoir. Yeah. I like going for this. It's going to KO anyways, so might as well have the chance for the attack debuff here. I'm going to come in with my Victini. They probably could have gotten a move there. I end up just throwing the V-Create, and then I'll switch into my own Galarian Rapidash. Then They're at least going to be at half HP here, a little bit lower, and then when I come in with my own, I do a couple extra attacks there, just so I don't die to like the charm damage. And again, Galarian Rapidash is fine taking a foul play. Can't take much, but it can take a foul play. And then since you're doing super effective with Fairy Winds against the Dark typing, you can actually take down that that Malamar pretty easily. So this might be the last battle. Yeah, that was it. So yeah, again, I just wanted to show you all a ton of battles. This is the only team I've been using in Psychic Cup. It is the first team I used, and it's the only team I used so far. So again, I'm so far behind on the just pure number of games for this season that I'm gonna just use this team and blow through my games. We'll see if I can get some other teams showcased here on the channel, though. Maybe for some other people, we'll see. But if I'm using Psychic, I'm using this team. Unless I find something else that I really love. But this team seems so good. You have the Victini in the lead, which it doesn't even matter if you're in a bad matchup in the lead. Throw a V-Create and then dip. You're going to do half to more than half HP to most things in this meta. And then you can go into Galarian Rapidash. It's a safe swap. It's fine against everything. Hopefully you've gotten a shield or some sort of advantage through the V-Create. And then you'll be able to push that advantage through on the Galarian Rapidash against basically everything else. One thing I'm noticing with Galarian Rapidash, though, obviously not great against Heavy Slam, Bronzong. Not fantastic against Charmers. They can just shield kind of through you. I would go for Body Slams in those matchups, though, because you can definitely get to 2. I have gotten through Gardevoir's 2 shields, or even they let 1 go through and then shield once, or sometimes you even end up taking out the Gardevoir just completely, probably because they've already seen the Victini and they don't want to deal with it. But that's gaining an advantage in itself. Hopefully you can swap the matchup from the lead matchup being bad for the Victini and letting Claydol take over from there. Anyways, I'm going to leave y'all with that. I'll definitely showcase some Master League, actually, now that I think about it. So but if you want to just burn through games, you can go with this team, which is all fast attacks. You get to the fast attacks or the charge attacks really fast, or you can go for pure fast attack team, which is going to be even faster probably. So I'm going to leave y'all there. I'll see you in the next one. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up. If you haven't, definitely hit the subscribe button. Peace. Hey, thank you for watching the video. And if you want to continue to support me, definitely click that subscribe button. You'll see any content coming out. And if you want another video on this same league for some more tips and tricks to other teams, check that video out right there, and I'll see you in the next one.